Last mission. Final boss mode.
And our third and final topic to, I gotta shout out my. Basically this topic came about in two different ways. The first came about is my lady. My lady is a supporter of Ring Gang Radio, of what we do. She thinks of what she thinks of what we do is interesting. She sees what we do behind the scenes or whatever. So she, for Christmas, she surprised me with a whole bunch of stuff, like a tumbler, with the Ring Gang logo on there, my Pat Scorpio name on there, hat, sweatshirt, and keychains, which she reminds me all the time I need to send to y'all. So, after all this, me and Elby was talking this, like, she's like, we should try to get some topics from her or whatever, and so I'm like, oh, okay. So she sent me some topics. And then we picked one. And then as I picked one too, there's another event that came about. This came out of nowhere. This weekend, a video on social media. Social media is a motherfucker for boxers. I swear. It's like they always be on some shit on social media. And it involved one Gervonta Tank Davis at some sports event, yoking up a woman who we found out later was his baby mom's, up by her collar on some old school shit, and then dragging her off the back with two big ass niggas like with them, and no one did anything. That video kind of triggered a lot of interesting responses on the social medias. I assume that y'all have seen this video by now.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
With my girl right where I was watching it with my girl. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tank is now, and we all know, most of us, if you're a hardcore follower or whatever, or even a casual, because Tank has crossed over, not big time, but he's crossed over in some of the casual circles because of his, his friendship affiliation with Adrian Broner and his antics.
He's always shenanigans.
Let's not cut him short. He is quickly becoming the can't get right poster boy nigga.
Yeah, he's like becoming the Adrian Broner Jr. right now. And you know how Cass was like, man, Broner, like, he on that Zab shit, like.
Yeah,
it's like it keeps like the next generation, like each generation gets their boxer like that. So I guess it's Gervonta Davis' turn
for the 2020s and beyond. Yeah, 2010 was Broner, 2000s it was Zab Judah. Yeah, in
the 80s. I don't know you. It was like all of them.
Yeah,
it was a Tyson, this dude, that dude.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just one that just takes it above the rest, just gets into constant fuckery. And that's Tank. Tank has gotten into a whole bunch of fuckery. If it's getting into fights, with random people on the street, it's just like and then of course, like the women he deals with, it's a little bit more chatty patty on that aspect, but Tank is, and funny too is, Tank is a undefeated boxer who has won all but one of his fights by KO. And like dude is explosive as anything.
And that's another reason why his name is popular. Like, I do not want to underplay the KOs.
Yeah.
When you knock people out and you stay semi-active, which I think he fought like 3 times last year, which is like,
yeah,
like wow. In this age, you want to give him an award for that, like.
Yeah.
Like something like So, in boxing, if you want to stay hot, shenanigans and knockouts, and you'll always be popular. And speak English too, like that. Cause somebody will name some popular guy from some third world country with a gang of knockouts.
Yeah, well then, No, I'm not even gonna say no, because I was gonna be like, yeah, Tank speaks English, but it's mushmouth English half the time. So
this guy wasn't even getting that dude, but
I mean, yeah, I mean after
I see what you said, dude. The mumble rap.
Yeah, that Gamboa fight though, dude like, I mean, was out of breath, and he was talking like he got hit a little bit too much, which was kind of eye-raising, but that's a whole nother different conversation.
Nah. This nigga's always marble mushmouth, so that's nothing new. I don't think it's a hit. I think it's just how he can't enunciate words for shit.
Yeah, that may be, that's probably true. I mean, but
yeah. Some people have it, some people don't. And that's why in boxing it's good that you're able to speak with your fists. So,
okay. And then also too, I mean, in this case, I mean, Tank Davis is no more than 5'5". He's a small guy. So after this video appeared, it really was not a good look. I mean, it triggered a lot from the fembots, the feminazis, the Shea Butters, all that shit. They were all triggered by this video. And I was seeing some shit like, I'm saying, okay, this is cancel culture time. Like, they about to get at dude now. I remember there was one interesting tweet. It was like, how come no one like stepped in to stop Tank? And I'm just like, and I'm thinking to myself, that is, I mean, Tank is 5'5", 100 and probably 170 pounds because he's not training. But that is a world champion boxer with two big ass bodyguards.
Yeah, like I don't but that's the thing. Like, I know a lot of women was the ones saying that shit. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, sometimes they don't really size up the situation. That's why it's good that women learn self-defense in boxing, learn how to fight as well, so you can learn to size up situations. Exactly. A situation like that, Tank ain't really, like, if he would have struck his baby mom, like, with a closed fist or even smacked her hard, I could kind of understand if somebody got up, but he just kind of yoked her, which was a bad look. Like, yeah, it was. But me personally,
it was.
I'm not buying into somebody getting yoked up.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look. I think the optics of it made it a lot worse.
Yeah, because it was in public, and it feels like in some regular hallway, and I think somebody kind of recorded it in passing on some like, oh, yo, snap, you see that? Hey, that's Tank. Hey, what's he doing, yo? He grabbed Shorty.
I mean, this is 2020 right now. I mean, right now, anything like that in nature, I mean, it's called toxic masculinity, and something in that I saw that word being used over and over again on Twitter and shit like that. Toxic masculinity is like, well, why does he put what? It's like, well, why isn't someone helping them? I'm like, because Tank or his bodyguards will most likely beat you down, most likely the bodyguards will beat you down if you put your hands on Tank.
See, and honestly, the easier fight is the bodyguards, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't feel because usually, if you train, you're gonna be quicker than them. Your strength might be comparable if you lift, so it's the boxer, it's the leader you got to worry about.
Yeah,
them guys be sparring when they out of shape, so they still used to them, even though they not fighting at 170. They can still punch hard at 170 and throw combinations at 170. So
that's also true. But
that's the thing you got to worry about. You're going to be fighting a short, strong ass, fast punching hard dude.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you're not, and it seemed like these women were not. It was like, well, it doesn't matter. Someone should help. I was like, you guys have to be in a situation like that's a world championship, and they're like, and I was seeing all types of like, I saw some of these females like calling these men like when they were calling it out on it, like bitches this, like this was a female calling the men like bitches that, and bitches that. I'm just like, damn. It's like like this, you just don't know the situation. Like, you don't just jump into random people's situations like that. especially at domestic.
These people must not be from New York, because in New York we mind our fucking business. Like the fuck.
But New York, they must not be from anywhere. Like you don't just go popping shit into other people's like stuff. Like I'm saying, like if Tank would have started just pounding her into the damn seat or some shit, I could see if somebody like got up and pushed them off of her. Like like I would kind of expect that, you know, because now it's like you're really getting somebody, but he yoked her up like he was disciplining a child,
right?
And like it was more embarrassing than anything. So that's why the whole, I guess that made up word, the Sesame Street word, the toxic masculinity.
Masculinity, yeah.
Yeah, which really is a word that's created by the system to just, you know, target black men.
Yeah, make men bitches. Like, nah, fuck out of it.
But it's only used toward black men. I don't ever hear it used in any other case.
Yeah, not to a white man, not to an Asian man, not to a Hispanic man. You know, none of that. You know, it's just the black man that's just toxic. I mean, it's everything. I mean, literally, if you display any type of strong masculine emotion, that's like, you know, it's toxic. If you say something like, I mean, let's put it this way. I mean. And we talk about people who get yoked up. I mean, Ray Rice pretty much. I mean, he knocked out his significant other and subsequently lost his career. No one would hire him, shit like that. I mean, and
wait! Is this the dude that like he knocked chick out in the elevator?
Yep.
And he had to drag her out, or that was somebody else? Or...
No, he had.
That was him. That was him.
Damn, y'all forgot all about dude. Like I used to hear that name so damn. I put that in a rap verse one time. Hey, Rice. Yeah. I don't be watching no damn football, but you know, the TMZ headlines.
Yeah, and then also too, because I think it's not to the point where Tank deactivated all his social media because he was cannot hate, because you know this is cancel culture right now. You can't be a man can't be a man like it used to be, like. You know, like how old school man used to be, like, you know, something like that. Honestly, maybe a couple.
But wait, so him and a chick like that up in front of everybody's being a man?
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, you know, maybe a couple decades ago, you know, honestly, that shit wouldn't bat an eye. I mean, I'd hate to say that, but that wouldn't bat an eye to most people. But now 2020 is like, no, you can't do that. You know, you can't do that at all. You can't.
I mean, damn. I don't know. I don't think you should ever do that. What he did.
No, I
don't think. I think it's a bigger deal now because everybody is looking for the next story, and you know, and everybody's trying to make a bigger issue. Like, don't get me wrong.
It's a damn witch hunt.
Yeah, I mean, it was disrespectful. It's rude. I don't believe there's no toxic masculinity. I just dude is just being an aggressive asshole, really.
Yeah,
like that's, you know, I don't see him being that way to every woman in the world. It was just this specific situation. I don't even know why he even did it. Like, I don't know the background story.
Yeah, the background story is because I guess she was associating with some cats from TMT, and you know, because you know him and Floyd don't be really getting along like that, so that's why.
Oh damn! Like. Wow, that's some stupid shit. But
but
still, man. I mean, I guess if he told her, like, you know,
so that's why toxic masculinity is pretty much, you know, you gotta maintain like you gotta maintain like you hard or whatever, or violence as an indicator of power. But you have to be a tough guy. So this is why I've seen that word, and then you know.
So hold on, it's basically when the black guy is just extra.
Basically,
fucking toxic masculinity is not even used correctly most of the time.
Because it's not a word; it's just made up shit.
Yeah, the other day, I was said, somebody told me that I was pushing toxic masculinity, and it was bullshit, like for nothing. Like
what were you doing though? I'll be the judge of that.
No, I made a status. I said that because I've been heavy on my no more grudges in 2020. I mean, we're not holding no grudges. And I said, especially you're a man. You're a man. You should not be holding any grudge or resentment to anybody, because that's not how a man should act. You a man. I took one. And I was told, oh, that toxic masculinity. Like, how is that toxic? I'm actually, if anything...
Damn, so you would have said, well, if you a man, beef until something happens, and if it's bad, you live with it. If it's good, you live with it.
Like, the fuck? Like, if anything, I'm actually encouraging my fellow man to not be toxic by actually letting go of his bad feelings and pushing on and having thoughts of good thoughts and shit. Like, and if anything, I'm being the opposite of toxic. So
but see what you ruined it with, because you on that as a man, it's like you can't define anything anymore about what a man is, because there's gonna be some female that's gonna pop up and be like, hold on, let me tell you what a man is, but I'm not a man.
Exactly. And that's the type of BS that I can't stand. It's like, it's even trickled down to the children. Like, God forbid that like school age children, because we grew up. Me and LB, we grew up in the '80s, man. So kids, little boys be roughhousing and stuff like that. I mean, it's all in good fun. Can't do that no more. Like like games like Smear the Queer and shit like that, or Dodgeball. No, can't do that no more. That's toxic. Man,
Smear the Queer. What the fuck? Like, yo, hold on. Like, I never even heard of that. Like,
the fuck is that shit?
Yeah, like you was, bruh. Like, hold on. Like, what kind of?
Yeah, that shit went left.
Bizarro right world. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
No. Like, Smear the Queer it's like tag. Where an object, in the case of like a ball, it's held by the kid. If a ball's held by a kid, you have to tackle him, and until he's supposed to give up the ball. So basically, you tackle the dude with the ball.
Oh, we call that murder ball.
Yeah, we have different names for it. We call it Smear the Queer. Which
what the fuck?
Yeah,
which
is that? Like,
nigga, that's toxic masculinity.
That's a name. What do you think that murder ball is?
Look, dude, look. Murder ball sound hard, and think about so one person throws the ball up in the air, he throws it across the field to a bunch of other people, and one person gets it and he has to go back to the other side of the field to make a touchdown, and anybody do what they can to get the ball from him or to stop him from making a touchdown.
Right.
Yeah. That's the only way I understood football. That shit boring, but murder ball is like murder ball.
Yeah. But like I said, it's the same thing, except it was just different, different time. But this is the '80s, man. You can say that word back then.
I'm saying, but god damn, like,
and then of course, suicide too. Suicide that was also another game.
Is it the same or is it a different game?
Slightly different. Basically, you threw the ball against the wall, and if you drop it, you had to run to the wall, else you'd get wiped out with the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, we had that. We just called that wall ball.
I've heard both of it. I've heard wall ball and suicide.
Yeah, but either way, those are games that what boys would play, and it was all good fun. It built character. But now, did you say dodgeball isn't allowed anymore? Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, where is this?
How is that possible?
Don't tell me freeze tag is done too. Like, this over.
No, because basically, because they don't like kids to play aggressive games like that. Like boys play aggressive games like that. They're like, no, you can't do that.
But girls was playing dodgeball too. Like, so I don't ever remember just boys playing dodgeball. Plenty of girls playing dodgeball too. Like, that shit don't make no sense.
Yeah, dodgeball, like there were certain games everybody played. Dodgeball and tag was like, and even kickball was one of them, like, where everyone played. Like, I don't get this whole, like,
shit.
What schools people growing up in?
Some of the girls hit harder in fucking dodgeball than the guys. God damn.
True.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like any type
all
of
the super developed and shit.
But yeah, it seems like any type of aggressive games like that today. No. Kids shouldn't be, like, male kids shouldn't be doing this. Boys shouldn't be playing this. Stuff like that. And it's just like, and it's toxic. And that's just another example of toxic masculinity going wrong. And it's like they're not being toxic. They're just being boys. they're just exercising. Shit, I mean, you don't even have gym in most of these schools anymore. And then you see these kids walking around, soft, super soft. Yeah, it's just like,
And
Why
fat.
not physically, athletically challenged? Why you just saying toxic masculinity?
yeah. And like back in the day, like, I mean, if you were good in sports, that was a code. That was a badge of honor. It was cool to be. It was good. That you were good in sports. Now it's like, oh no, you can't. No, you don't have to be good in sports. You can walk around. Just you could be whatever you want to be. You could play like hopscotch or something like that.
No. Now the new thing is there's no win in sports. Everybody gets a trophy. Oh, you participated, little Billy. You get a trophy.
That's what I was about to
too.
say. Like before this man started shitting on hopscotch, like what the fuck? Like actually, I did hopscotch earlier today. What the fuck wrong with you? Like, jeez, like the fuck? Like, do you just hate childhood? Like,
I grew up my
damn, can't swing, can't get hopscotch, like nothing. Joe Jackson, is that you?
Oh man, LB is stupid, But yeah, participation. Like everyone's a winner. It's like there's no losers. Everyone wins.
You can't hurt nobody's feelings now. That's what it is. You can't be real no more.
Yeah, and it also shows up. It really shows up in bullying too. Like, I mean, back then, bullying is also considered toxic masculinity.
That's what Tank did, though.
Yeah.
But we would just call it bullying. Like, I felt like he bullied Shorty. Like, real talk. Ain't no toxic masculinity. He just bullied Shorty because he knew he could get away with it. Unless you sitting in a damn arena full of damn martial artists and boxers. How many people's going to get up and stop dude?
Yeah, exactly. No, very few are going to do that. Unless you're a Captain Savaho or something like that, then if that's in your DNA,
yeah, that's just you. You one of those dudes that just meant to just take whoopings for chicks.
Yeah.
But some of us like our lives.
Exactly, But it just seems like toxic masculinity is just like a buzzword, just to see like, a man can't be a man. It's just, like a man pretty much has to be like a robot. Like dude, like we're supposed to like just like hold everything in, not be angry,
just provide.
Yeah, just provide. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. I mean, and like I said, a man has to act a certain way, else you have weird men walking around.
That wear dresses and play with dolls.
Yeah. I mean, toxic masculinity is like how you have all these pansexual, transgender kids, all types of like, gender fluid. That's a word I honestly I can't stand either. But
what would you call that dude that they're gonna try to put on Sesame Street now? That guy who's always in dresses, but we don't know what he's famous for. But he's always at award shows.
Yeah, I know what he's famous for because he was on one of my was one of my favorite shows at one point, American Horror Story. Dude was on there, but he was on them seasons where it was kind of iffy to watch at times.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and then he's also on that other show, that other that transgender show that's on FX. Pose. There we go. I never watched an episode of that though, because it's not my thing. But yeah, that's what he's famous for. But yeah, what would I call it? Yeah, I mean, technically he's called like Brave, like Billy Porter. That's his name. Like he's called Brave and all types of stuff like that. It's not toxic masculinity because he's not acting masculine.
I feel like what he's doing is masculinity manipulation.
Right. Yeah, personally, I think that's more toxic than what he's doing. Like, he's not like he's even acting normal. He's really out with it. Like, he's not like he's flamboyant with it. Like, wearing tuxedos and dresses, combination like that. I've never seen such a combination like that. And I see that, and I'm thinking to myself, I really, if you see something like this, you see, and you have him on Sesame Street, you have kids thinking that how he's dressed is normal, and it's not toxic masculinity. And I'm thinking to myself, what kind of world is this? I mean, it's just like.
I mean, I think what he's doing was worse than the shit Tank did.
Facts, really. You know, but you know, one.
Nah, I'm only saying what Tank did. If Tank with a damn roundhouse turn or some shit, that's way different than no. But
yeah,
comparing what he's doing, you know, broadening the agenda to feminize the black man. Yeah, I can't rock with that shit. Like, nah.
No.
It's over the top. Like, you don't see any other race of men just go that far with it. Like,
no. It's encouraged too. Like I see they think it's cute that, you know, that a little boy is, you know, switching his hips and, you know, wearing clothes that's not meant for him. They think that shit is cute, and it's not.
Yeah.
But it's not called toxic, and I don't understand how that isn't.
Yeah, I feel like when they forcing that on the kids, and like when you forcing sexuality on a minor, you being toxic to them. You toxic parenting.
Exactly.
Taking kids to damn gay parades and gay pride events where people out there damn tonguing each other down and groping each other, damn near sexing each other. You want to take your jit to damn Freaknik.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I look at it like, so it's like, why is it when it's on some heterosexual shit, you know, if you promote that or if you just leave that alone, it's a bad thing. But then you could go so hard on the other side of the spectrum. That's the thing I don't really understand or really agree with, but
yeah,
that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, and especially because it really used to be the opposite in a way. It used to be the opposite thing. Like this, like, you know, you weren't supposed to act soft. You weren't supposed to wear dresses. You know, you're not supposed to, you know, just be soft in general. And now it's like, you know, you can be soft. You can be anything you want to be. You know,
it's not even on some soft. Like, it's like you could be a bitch. Yeah. Let's just come out and say it. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta put a little emphasis, a little French on the word. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's I mean, you know, it's a bad look what Tank did, and it just raises a lot of questions in this whole toxic masculinity manipulation thing that's going on right now, where they trying to redefine what it is to be a black man, and it's non-black men doing this.
Right.
You know, is black women trying to do, some black women try to do this. You know, the media, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the media wants...
It's a bad look.
Yeah, media wants to portray this as this. Black women want to portray this as this. People want to cancel Tank for what he did. You know,
just think about it. Look, there's an agenda. Like, they always try to do this divide and conquer shit. Like, why is it when, like, if y'all remember those Ferguson riots and that one black mother who was beating on her son?
Yes, yeah, I remember that one.
Now,
yeah.
why is it great to see someone, you know, put a, you know, like, cause that's a bad look. That's toxic femininity.
Mm-hmm.
Cause why you gotta beat on your son for that? Like, you couldn't just grab his arm and just bring him, like, and then they champion this whole, like, oh man, she stood up to him and she beat him down and showed him who's the boss, and that, you know, she risked her life out there and this, that. I'm like, come on, cause he getting his ass whooped. Could you imagine the flack a father would get if he did that to his daughter who was out there protesting, running around and shit?
Yeah, no, he'd be shamed. He'd be everything like this. He'd be like, "Oh, that's."
He wouldn't be on no Oprah. He wouldn't be on those shows.
Yeah,
getting deals and jobs.
Yeah, he won't be on Ellen. Ellen won't be giving him no damn scholarship or anything like that. None of that.
Yeah. Right. So, like, let's just cut this shit. Like, you know, you can't say you can't say a woman could be on some masculine rah shit when they're not really expected to. But then when the man is expected to and he does it, it's on some like, whoa, chill.
Yeah, that has to come to an end. Like that, like this can't. I just really want this to be pushed back. Like, and it seems like every time there's a pushback, it just gets stronger. Like, what is the end? What is the end game? Like, do we? All men just have to be like robots in the end?
Nah, we just gotta disappear and shit pop off. Like Tank.
Yeah.
He deactivated social media and hopefully he's somewhere training. You know, sometimes maybe this is good for his career. Maybe that's what he needed. You know, if he's gonna fight Leo Santa Cruz, which would legit be the best opponent he's fought, he'd probably be the favorite, but it's a live, real fight.
Right.
Pay-per-view main event, possibly. I don't believe it should be pay-per-view. If it's Fox regular TV, crazy fight, crazy night, crazy numbers. Heyman, PBC, y'all hear me? Fox, regular Fox.
Yeah, but I have a feeling too, though, that this bullshit will probably follow him now. Like, I mean, even when this fight's been made, it's gonna be brought up. It's gonna be like on the one-on-ones or the videos, the inside PBC. Like,
Yeah, but it's gonna be more of a Breakfast Club type of topic.
Yeah, but I have a feeling people will not let this die. They won't let it die. It'll be used as part of the build-up now. And then it will be like
I can see that. I mean, it depends on when the fight is made. Like,
I mean, look at this. I mean, even when remember Floyd caught the case for putting hands on his baby moms too. Like, you know, and people still bring that up to this day. You know,
Floyd was a lot bigger back then than what Tank is right now.
Right, and Floyd actually went to jail for what he did. You know, so I just have a feeling.
But that whole situation was crazy, man. Like, I mean, his kid had to testify against him.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
and that was a whole nother. Yeah, that's a whole nother. Yeah, that's way crazier situation. Like, and at least, and the thing is, at the end of the day, Floyd paid his debt to society with that. And a lot of people forget about that when a black man does some shit and they're wrong for doing it and they gotta serve time or they do it. It's like, that's never good enough for a black person.
No, Michael Vick is still, Michael Vick is still going through that shit, and he's been paid his debt over 10 years ago.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I don't feel like the Tank incident was big enough, but I do feel like I agree with Pat in a way where I think a bigger eye is going to be on him. And if he don't play it cool, I feel like somebody might set him up and try to make a situation that could really, or put him in a position where he could really jeopardize his career or making moves and shit.
Or like I said, you know, or have stronger chance of cancel culture, you know, try to get him out the frame or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe that cancel culture, that's bullshit. It's like,
yeah, I mean, but because you
got enough real fans, you can't ever get canceled. It's casuals, damn, not thinking about you for the moment. That's what cancel culture is. Mm-hmm. Nobody is truly canceled. Motherfuckers still rock Gucci.
Yeah. You know,
nobody truly getting canceled. The only person that seems to be, and the only reason they canceling him is because they're doing everything they can possibly, and that's Bill Cosby and R. Kelly.
Yeah.
But where are they both at though?
Yeah, but R. Kelly wasn't doing shit. But like, he got canceled now that he's not hot no more. Cause
that's what I'm saying. They had to throw literally everything at him. Like, he'll never get a chance to get hot again. Like, he's canceled. Like, it's so real. Same thing with Bill Cosby. He's at the end of the line right now.
Yeah. Oh, Bill's literally unloved. And like, I mean, at the life, you know, career, like.
Yeah. R. Kelly, like, as long as you alive and you free, you always got a chance. Mm-hmm. especially if you a fucking legend. But like if you locked up and shit with no hope, and they keep putting out more shit about you, like you truly canceled when you out the game, and when you locked up with the books thrown at you out the game. Like even Max B wasn't this canceled.
Yeah. You know, but it just seems like now with like this, I mean, you know, if a man, you know, has his moments, you know, you gotta cancel him, you know, or you gotta attempt to try to cancel him, and you know, and that's and like I said, I mean, Tank deactivated social media, so like I said, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's feeling some real pressure on this right now. So
he gotta just fade out of the everyday people, kind of like when Broder did after the Pacquiao loss.
For the time being, and then
for the time, like you only saw Broner like in other people's videos or like maybe on boxing shit, or if you happen to see him. But as far as social media and his name buzzing and being out and on posts and making videos, like nah, that was done. Like after the first initial couple of weeks where he was like, man, I beat the dude and all that.
Yeah.
After that, it was like faded into Bolivia.
For a time, well, I mean,
for a time being, but you know, that's usually what happens. I mean, you got to be committed to damn fading away, though.
Right.
like Broner hit the end of pretty much the end of his career at that fight.
Facts. You know,
and you hit the end of your career, you fighting Pacquiao, and you're younger than Pacquiao. Damn, PBC, what's going on over there?
And then, of course, they'll just label it as anything because Broner's behavior. Toxic masculinity.
That's Broner-ility. Like, that's Broner being Broner.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much like the point of the whole conversation is like, what Tank did is, you know, not cool or anything like that. But, you know, not everything is toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is not a term to be using.
Let's not even give power to that word, you know. Tank just bullied some shorty, and it was the wrong move.
His baby moms, unfortunately.
Yeah, his baby mom. Tank bullied his baby mom. It wasn't a good look. End the story. Like, keep your hands to yourself, and no one was gonna fucking jump up and stop dude or do anything because he didn't do anything that was crazy and anything that make me think that like, oh shit, we have to stop him.
Yeah.
I mean, because then if he goes behind the scenes and beat her ass, his bodyguards are the one now on that look, because now it's like, man, y'all two big niggas, y'all better grab this dude. Like, so it's like, you know, y'all more, you know, hey, that's on y'all type of thing.
Exactly.
You know, out in the public, you know, I'm not gonna spill my nachos and my damn Henny, you know, because, you know, you kept the kid too late at your house or some shit.
Either that, or you're messing around with, you know, being, you know, hanging out with other type of dudes or whatever.
Are you chilling with my promoter too heavy? Like,
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know, I'm not gonna interrupt no problem like that. You know, if y'all was saying like, look, man, Floyd was saying that you don't deserve to be on the cover of the new Fight Night, and he's gonna be on the cover. Then look, then maybe I might step in and say, hey, wait, Tank the new generation. I'm fucking with y'all.
Oh man. You know, what Tank did was unacceptable, you know, but also too, what's unacceptable is trying to pigeonhole a man to acting a certain way and relating every negative event that man does, literally everything.
Just a made up word.
Yeah. You know, it's not as cut and dry as this. It's not. It's something that shouldn't be done, frankly, at all. And then, like I said, like Elby said, man, we gotta not give power to that word and to that particular phrase. And
if a black man step on a roach too hard, you're gonna be like, that's toxic masculinity. Like, come on, man. Like, well, what is it? Like, you can't do anything now, you know?
Yeah.
The teacher called the kid to damn read aloud in class, and he, got some little baritone in his voice. Oh, that's masculinity. Like, come on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if someone is playing a little bit too rough, you know what I'm saying? And someone, maybe accidentally gets hurt or whatever, and it's just like, oh, toxic masculinity, all that. No.
We're saying just hurt. We're not saying, okay, you broke somebody's collarbone, or you dislocated their shoulder, or you did some real WWE move and bodied somebody. We're just talking about you get a little carpet burn, little bruise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe a little scar or cut. I know some of y'all be going overboard with these wrestling moves now.
Facts. Oh man, but yeah, like I said, not everything is toxic. Not everything has to. And nothing about masculinity is toxic anyways. I mean, masculinity is a positive.
Masculinity.
Yeah, it's
empowering. Is assertive. It's knowledge. It's all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you just saw a frustrated dude bully his baby mom. That's all it was.
Exactly. And
we've seen people treat damn fast food workers worse.
Facts.
So let's just chill. Like, I remember those two that dyke couple that ran up on that black guy at the McDonald's who came out of prison, and he beat him down with one of the metal spatulas.
Yeah.
He made one of them go blind.
Well, I don't think one of them went blind. I think one of them they went dumb for a little bit.
I think one of them went blind or deaf. Like, somebody got impaired forever. Like,
I mean, I know they got messed up. I don't think none of them went permanently blind. But either way,
in one eye, like not blind, like in one eye, like. I mean, he was hitting them hard, bro. Shit.
But either way, I mean, and the funny thing too, it wasn't the fact that those two women jumped the counter. It was the fact that the dude beat him down. If you're watching the video, you see, like, there's the woman screaming, like, "Oh my God, don't hit them!" I'm like, they were the aggressor, and even then, that was the thing that they were focusing on. Like, dude wasn't it wasn't self-defense. That dude, no, it was like, oh my God, he beat those women down.
But they came at him aggressive as hell, man. Like,
exactly.
Like two, werewolves or some shit. Like, the David Hayes to Sora press conference. Like,
so and it's just like,
like when you just, when you swinging for your life, like that's some shit. When they was fighting like they was being attacked by like animals. Like, you don't see, like, you look in their eyes and the motions, like, bruh.
Yeah, no, it was. It was unacceptable. It was just unacceptable about the amount of focus that was getting, and it's just like it's trash, and I'm sick of it. Like, not everything. Not self-defense. A man self-defense is not negative. That's just like another thing. It's just like, stop labeling everything that a man does as negative.
A black man does.
A black man is negative. What we do is negative.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all we got to say on that. Like, we dead in that word.
Now, to be fair, I'm not even gonna say that it's only for black men. I guess I'll be that guy, because it reminded me of the shit that we saw with I don't know if y'all heard the whole shit with Johnny Depp and his girl. Like,
oh yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, shit. Like, dude, that Amber Heard girl, she lied all this time about him hitting her and abusing her when she was the one doing it. And whenever he would try to just get away from the situation, she would call him a pussy. Be it like, that's the irony.
Yeah, like, honestly, I feel like for that type of lie, like, she really, like, maybe Tank, that should be his next fight. Like, oh man, like I'm twisted like that though,
Yeah.
But, I feel you, like, but the depth situation mad rare, and they don't really even use the word a lot of times and refer to that situation. Although it's a reverse situation, like I don't see no reverse masculinity issue articles about it, but
right.
yeah, you definitely yeah. It's not getting played up a lot, so you right.
All I'm saying is that, like, that's what makes it funny, because it's like, okay, you know, if we strike, it's considered toxic masculinity, but yet when we walk away, you know, females say, oh, you're a pussy, so you're calling me a pussy for walking away and not engaging in you, for not being toxic, but yet if I would actually do that, then it would be toxic. Like,
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what being a man is about, though.
Yeah, that's why it's the same thing. It's almost like being a tough guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people, like, you know, when you're a tough guy and you don't act tough, then you're called a fake and a phony. But yet, if you're tough and then you actually act tough, then they say you're dumb for acting tough. Like,
yeah, like if you're always the first one to defend and jump into stuff or help, like, man, he brave as hell. Like why he always doing all that extra? Like, oh
man. What a topic.
Yeah, can't give a brother a break, man.
No, we can't. So basically, we come to the end of our show. LB, any final thoughts?
Ringgangradio.com. Y'all make sure y'all check out the website. Got the article, my behind the scenes look at the Miami Fight Night. You know what I mean? And you know, how everything was up and running. Yeah. I know y'all hear me talk about it on the podcast, but you know, my writing skills be on point too now.
Yeah, we're all writers here. We all, you know, have a unique grasp of the English language, and we write you know, that serious shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely got to check it out.
So you know, with Ring Gang, you getting like so many multiple talents from multiple people, man. So you always gotta just stay tuned and make sure, you know, follow us on the Soul Wars on Instagram and Twitter, all of that. And make sure you following on Spotify and that Tunnel Gang, that Bars, Flow, and Soul Volume 1, that Tunnel Gang album. That shit fire. So y'all make sure y'all listen to that.
Yes, sir.
And that's pretty much what it is. I mean, go artists. A lot of Del Boss.
Word. P, do you have any final thoughts?
I mean, same. I share his sentiments. Ring Gang all day. Subscribe, follow YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, ringgangradio.com. Come.
Real shit. I was about to say, like, you thought you was snorting some lines or something, man. I was like, hold on, you get your moxie masculinity on. To the toxic crackulinity,
Oh man! And then of course my sentiments echo the other two brothers in here. Yes, the Ring Gang, ringgang.com, the Ring Gang's the squad. You know, we got the website, Instagram, you know, all that. Our podcasts popping, our videos, you know, they stay hot. You know what I'm saying? Just check all that out. Subscribe to that, especially on YouTube. You know, watch, like, comment, subscribe, all that. You know, like I said, you know, do not be afraid to subscribe to what we putting out, man, because it's always gonna be quality shit. You know, so yeah, just you know, go on YouTube, subscribe, all that, and get enlightened. You know what I mean? So as always, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. For myself, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, you know, for LB, for, you know, Lauderdale Boss, you know, Soul Wars, you know, Go Artist, you know, for King Peter, from King P Bodega P, straight from the sewer.
Back foot boxing.
Yeah,
This nigga.
repping that back foot boxing, yes sir. Yeah, so until next time, peace.